Quiet on Set Show.
Sponsored by PageFlip.
Yes, sponsored by PageFlip. I'm joined here with my co-friend.
Your co-friend?
Yes, Antoine Sylviette.
Go die.
Yes. And we're here today at our nice table. Now we're looking at that camera. So this is going to be a bit weird because I'm literally running the switcher.
And by that, you have a keyboard that you've set shortcuts for.
Yeah. Well, in industry, it's called a switcher. Okay. Get over it.
Yeah, but we don't have a fancy switcher. This is just a keyboard.
Yeah. So I think I got everything working all right. The video quality is a bit shit.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm getting better cameras. I have one decent camera. Well, another one that's decent but doesn't work properly with the software, so we have to use a workaround that looks terrible. And then one that we're running off of a shitty webcam.
So it could be better,
yeah.
but it could be worse.
Don't worry, when I get my first paycheck from this new job, I'm going to buy 2 more webcams.
Sweet.
But, like, good webcams. Like, they're not going to be amazing. They're not going to be studio quality, but they're going to be, like, solid, like, 1080p. So that's good.
And if you are watching this, and this is important, this might be the start of the PageFlip original series. We have D&D on Wednesdays.
Yes, maybe. We're not sure. We're still figuring this out. This is definitely a demo thing, and we're trying to figure it out as we go. But so this actually isn't the first episode of the PageFlip show. This is actually technically the third, but
of Quiet on Set. You said the PageFlip show.
Oh, I meant Quiet on Set.
The PageFlip show is something that doesn't exist and won't ever exist because it's not a real thing.
Yes.
And not spoilers.
Yes. But the Quiet on Set show, we have a YouTube channel called Quiet on Set, but we're actually going to move that to a segment on PageFlip because
PageFlip's probably our best venture.
Yeah, PageFlip's the only venture that actually worked out or anything. It worked out meaning we have like 21 subscribers, but people actually watch it.
Yeah, like I don't watch our podcast on YouTube anymore, and they're getting at least like 11 views every time.
Yeah, so it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Which is better than literally nothing that we got with Movie Poopy.
Yeah. So,
what are we talking about?
Well, for today, so the thing with this podcast is it's a discussion of movies and shows, mainly shows. I think we're gonna do like season
I think it's
reviews.
mostly been shows.
Yeah, we're gonna do like season reviews of shows. So today we will be talking about season 4 of Bojack Horseman.
Bojack Horseman, if you're not a retard.
Yes. Wow. Thanks. And if you're not familiar with Bojack Horseman, you should be.
Yeah. Spoilers ahead.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Maybe don't watch a random review of season 4 of a show you haven't watched.
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't do that.
Yeah. That's probably a bad idea. So we haven't really planned this out much. But Anthony, what are your initial thoughts, just very quick, very synopsis about this season?
Holy shit, oh my god.
Yes. Is that it?
Yep.
Oh.
You said a very brief.
A little less brief.
Would you like it to be less brief?
A little less brief.
It's a very... I don't know if it's my favorite season of this one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still really good. It felt a bit different thematically than the other seasons. And the ending was something I was not expecting, but ended up happening.
Yes. I will take that a step further. This is my favorite season so far. I thought they used a lot of really cool narrative devices.
I feel like they did too.
Yeah, like it was as if they took that one silent episode and made like 6 of those episodes. None of them were silent, of course, but like, you know, they used a lot of like really cool ways to tell the story.
Yeah.
And I thought that was just really interesting. Yeah, and I didn't feel like there was much retread in this season. I felt like everything felt very like everything moved forward, especially because they were dealing with developing new characters this time rather than just Bojack. In fact, there was that one episode,
the first episode, that it wasn't in.
No. I was thinking there was that one, because Bojack, I mean, his plot's main, but there's some episodes where it's just kind of the B plot. And there was literally a meta reference to that.
Oh, yeah.
In the Princess Carolyn episode, where a cutaway is like, unnecessary B-plot.
Yeah. In a world where everyone is voiced by Adam Conover, Paul F. Tompkins, and Patton Oswalt.
Yes. There's so much of them in this show. Yeah. I didn't even notice that, what's her name who voices, well, Sarah Lynn and what's her name in Gravity
Mel.
Falls?
Not Mel. She's Mel in Flight of the Conchords. Mabel.
Mabel, yeah. And also she's the pink duck in DuckTales. That's where her name is. She's the pink duck. Well, I mean, they've developed her character more in the new DuckTales, but in the original DuckTales, she's just the pink duck. She's the girl one.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. And they had her on. I actually just watched all the H3H3 live stream, and they had her on real quick.
Should we go through like episode by episode?
Yeah, that's what I was planning on doing. Yeah, we might as well just go through.
All right, the very first episode, See Mr. Peanut Butter Run.
That was amazing. That was a fantastic episode.
Yes.
Such an amazing start to the season. An entire Mr. Peanut Butter episode.
Yes, pretty much.
And then they had the Mr. Peanut Butter outro. Although on my Netflix, it cut out kind of early on the outro. I'm not sure if that was...
I had to click back on the episode a few times. I was watching it on my Xbox. And I had to click watch credits.
Yeah.
To actually hear it.
Yeah. I'm Mr. Peanut Butter. So awesome. They have so many end credit gags. I love it.
Yeah. They usually they didn't use their fuck. They didn't say, I don't remember if they did.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe they did. I don't really remember.
I don't remember if they did.
Yeah. What was it think?
For anyone who doesn't know what the shit we're talking about, Bojack Horseman has one hard fuck saying it every season.
Well, they had that really hard fuck in that episode. Where,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, there was that literal hard fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. We're not on the episode now, but... Oh. I'll get used to the switcher eventually.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Yes. Yeah. So that first episode, though, was incredible. Especially, they got Captain Holt, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Andre Brower.
Yeah, to play
voice the governor.
When I heard the governor's voice, I was just like, I know him!
Mark Evan Jackson.
Mark Evan Jackson. Was he in this?
No.
No. I was going to say, Mark Evan Jackson. Yeah, and I don't know. It was just so cool. I really thought they were going to go hard on the Donald Trump stuff, but they
didn't.
They made it very subtle. Like, there was occasional little jabs at him, but it really was its own thing, which I thought was actually kind of cool in a way.
Yeah.
Because I really thought they were going to go ham on, like, turning Mr. Peanut Butter into Donald Trump.
But he's too likable to be Donald Trump.
Yeah.
The whole premise was that he was super likable.
Yeah. And constantly is like, and I have no business
doing this.
Yes. What was that line in the first episode that was like, man, and he has a law degree, and I really liked him as governor, but I really thought that despite the fact that I have no political training, that I would do a much better job.
No experiment. I could be a much better governor.
Yeah, that was amazing, though.
And when he challenged him to that ski race, I don't know how I wasn't expecting the joke that Mr. Peanut Butter didn't know how to ski.
I know.
But,
like the minute he said like, it just cut away. I was like, God, really wish I took ski lessons. All that time spent building up to that was just so perfect.
And I knew it was going to happen, but then it actually happened, and it was amazing.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, and then Todd won somehow.
I should have expected Todd to win, honestly. Like,
there was that Todd episode.
Yeah, it was called Hooray a Todd episode or something.
I think so, yeah.
Oh man, but that's later. We'll get to that. This episode though, I don't know. It was just awesome. And then in the end, it kind of ends with that like subtly like kind of dark thing where Diane just like gets trampled.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just a good episode. It was very funny. This one didn't have a whole lot of deepness in it. It was just kind of very funny. Second episode.
The second episode was the old Sugarman place.
Yeah. So I was talking with Anthony on the phone in my car, and I thought I was all the way through episode 2 for some reason, but I had just finished episode 1. So I was like, Bojack still hasn't shown up, but he did. So
it's episode 2.
My point was moot.
Yes, it was.
Yes. But this fucking episode.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was a good ass episode.
It involves Bojack fixing his like family's old vacation house.
Yeah. Yeah. But what did it start with? It started with that cover of that song.
Oh yeah, that Horse with No Name cover.
Yeah, that was really cool.
It was really good.
Yeah.
They actually put the Bojack soundtrack on Spotify.
Really?
So you could listen to the full Bojack Horseman theme.
Along with all the other themes?
Yeah, no. Sadly.
Yeah. I mean, I have the main theme, the boo woo 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 on my
but there's like
phone.
there's like a 3-minute long version of that song.
Yeah, I know. I have that on my iPod.
Nice.
Because why not?
They have Kyle and the kids, and of course the end credits theme back in the 90s. They don't have Bojack singing the year songs, which is sad.
Did they take all like the other songs they threw in too?
No, the rest of it's just like the score typically.
Well, like for instance, do you know the song "Stars" by
No.
Nina Simone? That's the final song they used in season 3.
I don't remember it. No.
Oh, it's like become one of my favorite songs. I'll let you listen to it. It's fucking sad as shit though.
Oh, good.
It'll just make you be like, fucking no.
Also, the Bojack production. We'll get to this later. So I'll actually tell you that later. Fuck it.
Wait, what?
I'll get to it later when we actually get to the thing.
What was I talking about? Oh yeah, this episode. This is where Bojack meets that guy who's like a redneck next to his house.
The dragonfly.
Yeah, the dragonfly. He doesn't like to fly. And there were so many like, just fucking meta
I don't
jokes.
even care about your dead wife, who I know is dead.
Yeah. Your obvious dead wife, who I don't. And that you can't fly because it's somehow related thematically to your dead wife. It was so goddamn meta. Like,
yeah, it's great.
So self-aware.
Which is funny because typically the joke is when he turned around in the chair to talk to Hollyhock, like in a movie, anytime Bojack tries to do something thematically that's like showy, it always fails miserably. So it's weird that he was right about that.
Yeah. And what I really liked about what they did with the dragonfly's wife's death, though, is that the whole time they hinted at it being from that he died in some way similar to Bojack's mom.
Yeah.
Because they kept comparing them. But then all of a sudden it's revealed that she just flew up and got stuck in a fucking airplane's turbine, which is just very unexpected, and I thought that was handled really well.
And it was depressing.
Yeah, it was very depressing.
As per norm.
And then Bojack was like, fuck you.
And then he knocked down the house.
Yeah, and the whole time, what was really cool in the episode is the whole time they just had, at first they did it through flashbacks of, like, Bojack's mom and her.
But then they kind of fused them.
Yeah, and then they were, like, going on at the same time.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that was just a really cool way to show that. I don't know. And then in the end of the episode, when they're tearing down the house, and she's just walking out front, and then they just tear it down, it cuts.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s.
I was on a very...
This one's Hooray, a Todd episode.
Hooray, Todd episode!
Hooray!
And
oh
oddly,
no, my hooray was premature!
and oddly, I thought it was just going to be like completely Todd, no other supporting cast. But it wasn't that much of a Todd episode. Everybody else was
Todd
in it.
was also just clearly the main character of that episode, though.
Oh, yeah, he was. And it was awesome. I kind of forget what happened in it.
So it started with him at the orchestra where he plays the triangle and he just has to hit it once.
That's right! And then they had the whole entire narrative. The guy's like, that man saved my... What was it? He like gave his son a circumcision.
As they were climbing up a rope ladder when he saved him from the ocean.
Yeah.
She was hesitant at first, but then she said that due to our family's Jewish heritage, it might be good for him, even though it's fallen out of vogue recently.
Yeah.
Might...
At least in the future, he'll have the option to choose his religion.
It just showed how Todd is very integral to everyone, since everyone treats Todd like shit. He's basically in charge of doing everything everyone doesn't want to do.
Yeah. What was it? Mr. Peanut Butter forgot his sunglasses.
Yeah.
As Princess Carolyn kept telling me how bad my forgetfulness was. And then that's where I left them.
Hey, Todd, you're not doing anything.
Yeah. I like how Todd's just he's just staying around Mr. Peanut Butter's house because he doesn't have a Bojack to hang around with.
Yeah.
And then he gets that fucking... In the first episode, he got that drone.
Yes.
And just was stranded on a drone.
The drone throne.
Yeah.
And then we never saw his friend again after the first episode.
Yeah. They didn't break up, but they were just friends still. They had a very weird... They went deep into his asexuality in this.
Yes.
So they weren't really dating. They were just kind of friends, but...
She didn't want to...
She still wanted somebody to bone.
Yeah.
Yeah. To get...
I think you're really getting caught up on boats.
That was fucking an amazing joke. Was this the... No, never mind. This wasn't that episode. What episode was the one where...
That episode I just quoted was a later one.
No. I'm thinking of the joke where I think Princess Carolyn walks in and he goes, "All I'm saying is that if they..."
Oh, that was the next episode.
"If all the people had access to pumped up kicks, they may be able
could
to
outrun the bullets."
And I literally died.
This show has like the best one-liner and like puns of any show.
I know. Especially, the show is the king of animal puns.
Yes.
Like, just cutting to something, and it's like, can I have a grasshopper? And then there's a grasshopper sitting next to him.
Hello.
And he's just like, ooh. Yeah, and then, what was the end of this episode? I feel like this episode... Oh, that's right. The end of this episode was the asexual meetup meeting thing.
No, I think that was later on.
No, that was the end of this. Because
that wasn't the end of this.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't, because they were talking about the marriage, and that doesn't happen until the next episode.
No, because literally, the second to last scene in this episode, I keep forgetting to cut to myself, is him walking into the bar and seeing the banner that says asexual meetup. And because they kept saying he had to go to a meeting later on today, and they never said what it was.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next episode starts. I forget what it starts with.
Then he forgot to ding the triangle.
He did, and then the guy was like, "Good for him."
I always wonder, maybe one day he won't show up. No man should spread himself that thin.
They always, the thing the show's so great at is taking this fucking stupid gag that you think is just a stupid throwaway gag and making it come full circle and having an emotional impact. They've done it 10 times in the season, and all of them hit.
They did it with the spaghetti strainers last season too.
Oh yeah, they did.
I don't know. I'm sure we'll get to it.
Yeah, it's just
if someone has 1,000,000 spaghetti strainers.
It's just amazing. They take this stupid joke that you never think is going to go anywhere.
Then it goes somewhere.
And you're like, what the fuck? Oh, man. But that was a fun episode. What was the next episode?
The next episode, I have the Reddit discussions, so I have a brief plot synopsis with everything that goes with. Commence fracking. This is the fracking episode.
This was amazing.
Wait, was this the one that was underground, or is it just the
one?
No,
that's the second, not the next episode. Oh, maybe it is the next episode. I don't remember. The best thing about this episode, though, is, well, to explain, whatever. So in this episode, Mr. Peanut Butter doesn't want Diane to find out. Oh, wait, no, that was the previous episode.
Yeah, where Todd signed at the end of the previous episode.
That's right. Oh, wait. So in the previous episode...
Todd signed something.
I died because the fucking most amazing liberal joke ever happened. Because Diane has, insane liberal ringtones, which I'm not as liberal as Diane, but I'm very liberal. I have many liberal stereotypes. And one of them is I listen
Diane's
to NPR.
ringtone is my favorite running gag, where it's just various politically podcast intros about phone ringing.
When the all things considered,
all rings considered,
I'm Ryan Siegel. I'm like, oh my god!
And we're asking you to pick up your phone.
I listen to that every day going to work. I was just like, god damn it. So fucking liberal. Yeah, but in this podcast, or not in this episode, let's see, what happened in this one? Where does it start and end?
It starts off with the thing that that Todd signed the thing for Mr. Peanut Butter to support fracking.
That's right.
And then one of the best sight gags, and one of the best gags ever, is when they're laying in bed and like, I'm glad we were able to separate our personal relationship from our professional relationship. And then it cut to like the MSNBC thing.
Yeah,
they're the two talking heads yelling at each other.
Yeah, and then immediately cuts back to them just violently fucking.
Yes, it's great.
They created the best relationship ever, where their political opinions are just some sexual like fucking way to vent, and then they fuck like violently.
And
frack me good.
Frack me, Mr. Peanut Butter. Oh, it's great.
Wait, what's the next episode then? That the one where they fall into the pit? It might be.
Thoughts and Prayers. That's the one with the mistaken.
The what?
Mistaken.
Oh, all right. That's all right. Yeah, I know what you mean.
He's my everyman boyfriend / supermodel.
Yes.
I like the slow permutation of everyone wearing Todd's clothes very slowly.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I want to revisit from the first episode, by the way, that was incredible. As Bojack's just subtly watching on his phone, the adaptation of the princess, or Paul Giamatti playing him.
Yeah, Sarah Lynn.
Yeah, the Sarah Lynn documentary, and Paul Giamatti's just dressed up with a horse head.
Biopic.
Yeah, shut up. Fuck you. We getting... Oh, yeah, you commented on our thing.
Yeah, I did.
This is live, by the way, guys, if you're watching this later.
It was live at the time.
Yeah, well, we do this live. Yeah, and fucking... I forgot where I was.
Talk about Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, but before that, what episode? Oh, yeah, the fracking. I don't really remember what else happened in the fracking episode, honestly. Was that like... Where'd it end?
I don't really remember.
I mean, yeah. Because the issue with the Netflix shows is that because you binge them, they all just become one thing. So I watched it all in one day.
I watched it all in one sitting.
Yeah, I know. I had to break because I had to go to a concert, but I watched most of it on my car ride up there because I wasn't driving. I wouldn't drive and watch Bojack. Oh, I shouldn't drive and watch Bojack at the same time. I wouldn't actually. I don't endorse that at all.
Don't do what Dan says to do.
Yeah, don't do drugs.
Don't frack in your own yard.
Yeah, that's innuendo or actual fracking.
Fracking. Don't actually frack in your own yard.
All right, because I innuendo frack in my backyard.
So yeah, then there's the Thoughts and Prayers episode.
And so describe this episode to me again, just to clarify me.
Who's her head? Todd's fake girlfriend, the actual fake one, the supermodel / actress.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing the movie Miss Taken, MS. Taken. Who's the niece of Liam Neeson Taken? Who's Mr. Taken?
Yes.
She's Miss Taken.
Yes.
And so it's a whole thing. And Diane and her go out to like a lunch or whatever. And then some guy was hitting on them. So then...
Oh yeah, and
she pulled a gun.
That's right. All right. And then this is the episode where Diane, she writes that article about guns.
Yes.
And she's like, fuck, I know I hate guns, but... Oh!
Guns are awesome!
Yeah.
Then it's a whole thing.
Yeah. And that was pretty cool. But then I think in the end, was this the episode where Diane and Mr. Peanut Butter have like that super argument?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. That was the previous one because that's where they gained the fucking thing.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. Which was me. Well, like when they put that in the ads for season 1 or season 4, and I thought like they were legitimately gonna have like this fucking like fist fight, but then all of a sudden they just go, "Oh yeah, fucking."
Yeah. Well, then at the end, a thing happens, and we'll get to that.
What was the end?
The end of the season?
Yeah. Oh, the season. Yeah. Yeah, that was fucking sad shit. But
So yeah, it's a whole thing, and basically the joke of it is there's constantly mass shootings ruining the opening of their movie.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Everyone said a Google alert. We can't keep getting caught off guard like this.
Yeah.
And then just every time they'd just say something terribly awful and like super inhumane, and they would just say the words, thoughts, and prayers at the end of it.
Yeah. They're like, and we want to make sure we get this right on time for the mass shooting. Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
But I mean, technically they already did the mass shooting, so we're just taking advantage of, like we have to adapt. Thoughts and prayers, though.
Thoughts and prayers.
I
can't believe this country hates women more than it loves guns.
I know. And then Princess Caroline, you goes, really?
I was expecting that to go the other way.
Well, no, she was like, you couldn't believe that? Oh man,
two fucking men talking about that.
Yeah.
That was the Pumped Up Kicks episode.
Yeah, and on the episode after.
This is one of my favorite BoJack episodes ever. The piece of shit episode.
That was
Bojack's inner monologue.
Yeah, that was an amazing episode.
Because you're just a fucking stupid piece of shit.
Yeah, so basically the whole episode to describe is like Bojack. It's just like the thoughts in his head, but they're all of him just being super like fucking like, you stupid piece of shit.
Oh, we haven't even talked about like Hollyhock at all.
Oh wow, we haven't at all, have we? What episode did she come in? That was the Todd episode.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah, we didn't. Oh yeah, Hollyhock came in that episode then. All right, so yeah, let's talk about that then. Fuck.
Bojack's daughter, Hollyhock.
Yes.
They got her DNA match during the Todd episode.
Yeah. And the fucking amazing gag about that is that there's just a 24-hour DNA matching service at like CVS they go to.
Yeah, it was great.
And they tell Diane like, who
it was Channing Tatum and some Somalian refugee.
Yeah.
And then Todd pretends to be Channing Tatum.
Yeah, that was so weird. But yeah, Hollyhock's basically just like, she's kind of, I don't know, she has like 8 dads.
Yes.
In a polyamorous relationship. What was that? What was the line? Somebody was like, yeah, this, expected. And then she says, they're my 8 dads in the polyamorous relationship. Unexpected.
And there was some great foreshadowing that I will get to when the thing happens.
Oh, the fucking...
Da-da-ba. We haven't gotten there yet.
I'm not even sure what you're talking about, honestly. But
I'll talk to you about it when we get to the thing.
Okay, you're cutting... Your head is getting a little cut off. There you go. Yeah. So, yeah, Hollyhock comes in. They got their DNA match.
Yeah.
And yeah, for this whole time, I don't think at this point she's been taking care of Bojack's mom yet.
No, I think that starts next episode.
So she's been crashing on Bojack's in his house though.
Yeah.
And they've been running around. Or is this the episode where they run around looking for her mom?
No, not yet. That's a couple episodes later.
No, this is the inner monologue one, right? So they've already been searching.
Yes, but they haven't gone to they haven't gone to the actual courthouse place yet.
Oh no, so they definitely have gotten Bojack's mom at this point because that's part of the episode.
Yes, but they actually pick her up and have her at the house.
Yeah. So in the previous episode, Bojack got his mom. God, they're getting all mixed up in my head. It's just like a 6 hour long movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
it's 4 6-hour-long movies.
Yeah, they went to Bojack's mom's place because Hollyhock wanted to meet her, and she has Alzheimer's now, so she can't remember anything, which is very important.
Yes.
And
what did she keep calling Bojack?
Fuck.
It was like a generic Mexican name, right?
No. Oh, maybe. Was it? No.
Loretta?
Yeah, Henrietta.
Henrietta.
Yeah. Generic.
Consuela, you know. I'm racist. Who cares?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, and Bojack's like, fuck her. I hate her. She treated me like shit. But
And then they show her being all old and sympathetic.
Yeah, and he's like, I hate her still. Yeah, it's very fucked up. But so in this, now we're caught up to this episode, kinda brief, and Hollyhock, or rather Bojack's, like, they have these like animated inner monologues. I mean, it's all animated, but they're like hand drawn animated. Yeah. In a different style, and it's just all of him being like, "Oh, you're stupid fucking shit," and this guy's fucking like, and it's just like super like ADHD.
That internal monologue hit way too close to home.
Oh god, yeah. Like, I was literally like, this is my mind all the time. In which the end of the episode,
and you're a stupid piece of shit, but at least you know you're a stupid piece of shit, so that's better than all the other pieces of shit who don't know they're pieces of shit.
My favorite thing, he's sitting down with Mr. Peanut Butter at the fucking bar because he threw his mother's baby doll out the window.
Oh yeah.
And he wants Mr. Peanut Butter to find it, and he just sits down at the bar. He's like, "Wait, he's fucking." He knows you're a piece of shit. He's pretending like he doesn't know you're a piece of shit, but he totally knows you're a piece of shit.
Look at him being happy.
Yeah. Yeah, and then whose house they go over?
Hang on. It says it in the... Hang on.
They go over this actress's house who lives down below Bojack, who he just constantly is throwing shit into her house. And she's like, "Who do you think has to clean all that up?" And they're like, "Doesn't your maids do it?" She's like, "Well, yeah, but still."
I can't remember her name. Also, esteemed character actress Martigo Martindale did not show up once in this season.
Fucking, you're right. This pissed me off. Yeah. And I legitimately have been like, when the hell is Vincent Adultman coming back?
When is esteemed character actress Martigo Martindale showing up?
It's Margot Martindale.
Margot Martindale.
Bitch.
Maki Sekurasu.
I think she has something going on right now, so she might not have been able to show up this season.
I'm glad to see esteemed character actress Margot Martindale get work.
Yeah, I vaguely remember her getting a role in something, but I don't know.
I'm glad to see esteemed character actress.
Also, just really quick, we have fucking candy corn in the middle here. Just gonna interrupt the flow of the episode for some candy corn.
Why?
Yeah.
You fucking...
Because it's fucking candy corn.
You fucking asshole.
What do you mean?
You fucking dick. At least cut away from you, so they don't have to watch you.
No, because I want them to watch me. I mean, it's like fucking... eating candy corn. Oh, yeah,
I wish you were dead sometimes.
It's hard to jack off tiny pieces of candy corn.
Vandal Plant 2017.
Yeah, so... And then, let's see, they get the... Oh, and then Bojack agrees to be in her show, which they don't talk about what it is.
Yes.
And I believe at the end of this episode, is when they fall into the pit, right?
No, that's the beginning of next episode.
Well, it's the very end of this episode.
Oh, then yes.
Because Bojack calls up Diane. She's like, fuck you. And hangs up because he finally talks to her. And then he goes to Mr. Peanut Butter's fundraising dinner.
He, out of spite, spends $10,000.
Yeah. And then an earthquake happens. And everybody's like screaming out like they're fucking...
That was definitely next episode.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh.
I regret everything. Diane yells that.
Yeah. So yeah, and then the episode ends. And then the next episode, the whole next episode's then...
It's a bottle episode, basically.
It's
basically a bottle episode. It basically all takes place in like one room.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
With the exception of the Todd and Princess Carolyn.
The B-plot. Yeah. They go off and find a fucking colony of ants or something. And they fucking like negotiate a way for the workers to have sex with like...
So that they will lift their house out of the bottom of the...
Yeah. Which is weird. That was
they got Zach Braff to cameo in this show.
Yeah.
To be an annoying asshole who they then set on fire.
That's right.
I drive a Prius. Can someone
validate my parking?
I have a Prius.
Like 5 days
I'm a
later.
good person.
Somebody has to validate my parking.
And the best side character of this episode was the guy who has an orgasm anytime power dynamic shift.
I forgot about that.
Every time power dynamic shift, I had an orgasm.
Oh, fucking A. This show's really good. And then in the end of the episode, they get out. But the primary emotional dick punch was Bojack and Diane getting super drunk in the whole other room the whole time. Fucking Captain Holt, that's all I'm gonna call him, gets his hands cut off.
Governor Holt.
Yeah. He gets his hands cut off. And Bojack and Diane still just get drunk in the other room. So everybody tries to eat Mr. Peanut Butter and they're just getting drunk in the other room.
Yeah.
The
fire is our gods. The best part of it is when was when they all threw Mr. Peanut Butter into the room, and him and Diane were still just getting wasted, and he just started talking about shit that literally made no sense because if you weren't paying attention to the rest of the thing, like the fire is our god now.
Yeah.
Water. The water is our god.
Yes, water beats fire. Yeah.
I hope that the Zach Braff flesh lasts, but I don't think it will.
Yeah. They literally murdered somebody straight up in this episode. Like, they showed it.
That implied that they ate him.
Yeah. But then they cut away to somebody else who looked like him. And I was very confused there, but I think it was just another character.
They killed Zach Braff, Daniel. They killed him.
The poor guy. I was just very impressed that they straight up murdered somebody. Yeah, and this episode ends with the bees carrying them out. Ants. But yeah, the ants. But my favorite part was where Diane basically was just like, I can't. They have like this weird. It's totally not a romantic relationship. Just like Diane and Bojack are just like codependent entirely.
Yes.
Even though like Bojack likes her, but she doesn't like him. But because they're so fucked up each other, like they can't.
Yes.
Live without each other. Which makes me feel like at some point they're going to. I wonder when Bojack dies. That's gonna be a thing. I'm totally predicting Bojack to die. Yes. The intro. Let's see. Oh, somebody go steal fucking. Oh, thanks. So they get out of the hole, and then in the end they're just like they have that amazing moment where there's like, oh, our house is gone. So want to go get like Thai food?
Yeah, I like Thai food.
Yeah. Oh, I actually should go home though. My boyfriend, I've been gone for like a week. He's probably like worried about me.
What about Ethiopian food?
Yeah, I like Ethiopian food.
Yeah, we could go do that.
And it goes on for like 5 minutes of just them being like, yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. All right, and the next episode's the one where...
The Judge.
Yeah.
So Hollyhock starts dating Hannibal Buress.
Yeah. Oh my god. So we didn't even talk though about the fucking show that he gets his stuff. He's a judge on a show about booties.
Yeah, whatever the actress's name is, Booty Academy.
And they fucking had who was the guy that was on
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
I like big butts and I cannot lie fame.
Yeah, and they're all like, this is not about defaming women, and they all have like super like feminist positions on it.
Yes.
And they keep like, so what do you judge the butts? No, Bojack, what are you talking about? And then in the very end, they're just like, how dare you try to bribe somebody on the show about judging butts?
Oh, so it is about judging butts. Because as we all know, the one thing everything knows about me is I cannot lie.
Yeah. And other brothers can't deny.
Fuck you. Yes, that's the first thing everyone knows about you.
Yes. Yeah. What else happened in this episode, though?
I don't remember the B plot. What was the B plot?
That's what I'm trying to think of. Was it Princess Carolyn? How the fuck? How does this episode end?
Oh, this was the one where they went to Princess Carolyn's boyfriend's family.
Oh, they're super catsist.
Yes, they're cat racist.
Yeah. Yeah. Explain it to the fellows.
So they went to like. So Princess Carolyn's boyfriend's a mouse, and that's like funny in and of itself because cats don't typically like mice.
Yes.
And they went to, it was like a weird like religious festival that ended with them murdering cats. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, and she thought she was pregnant at the time, and they kept offering her shit. Do you want some wine? How about a beer? Cocaine? Why did you go on our roller coaster?
And if you have any reason for not wanting to go on, that is not legitimate. I will be personally offended. So fucking stupid. I love it. Yeah. And then it ends with them telling them that they're pregnant and stuff, and it's nice. Nice little B plot.
Temporarily.
Yes. Yeah, that's sad. And then at the end of this episode, I forget what happens.
And then the next episode's the one in the future setup.
Oh, right.
Ruthie.
Yeah.
So this is basically a Princess Carolyn episode.
Yeah, with a B plot that they make a joke about.
Yeah. This is the one where Bojack goes to the courthouse.
Yes. Wait. Wait. What's he go to the courthouse?
This is the one where they go to the courthouse.
Yeah, for what?
Hollyhock's original birth certificate.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, that's right, because Diane told him that he could
do that.
Why do you know so much about twins? Because fucking yeah, I got a twin brother and everything.
Adoption.
Yeah.
Because I have an adopted brother, and I hoped I was adopted.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just trying to make you understand.
Yeah, and then so this episode fucking got me. This is another episode where they set up something in the beginning that went full circle. Even though it was more blatant this time, but
yeah.
it
starts off with like Princess Carolyn's descendant talking about a day that she had, and a very shitty day.
Yeah.
Where like a bunch of shit happened, and she fired her assistant, and it turns out her necklace was fake, and she miscarried, and it was a bunch of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, the fucking... Yeah.
But then at the very end, someone was talking to her, and she was like, how do you do it? Like, you just, like, I just pretend someone in the future is telling a story about me, and then it's a hard cut to black.
Yeah, well, no, because, like, in the story about her future, the girl says...
her boyfriend, not my great-great-grandfather.
Oh. No, because she says, like, but don't worry, it has a happy ending. So you're thinking the whole time it's going to have a happy ending. Then Princess Carolyn says, like, you know, she always thinks about a girl in the future that who's going to build up the happy ending, and it's all going to work out fine.
And it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't. So they just never resolve that plot line, and it just sucks.
Yeah, it's a whole fucking thing.
Oh, man, that episode hit me hard. I just fucking was like, holy shit.
So now we get to Love in That Cali Lifestyle. It opens with Hollyhock fucking passing out on the floor.
Yeah, they never even talked about this. Like,
they did, though.
Did they?
Yep. So I'm gonna just jump to the ending of this because this is that's basically the main plot of it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you noticed this. In the intro, after they pick up Bojack's mother, in the intro you see, at the beginning it showed Hollyhock eating toaster strudels.
Yeah.
Then it just showed her drinking the coffee that B made her.
Yeah.
And also, when Bojack drinks the coffee, it makes him get high.
When did he get high?
In the intro, when he sips the coffee, and it does the kaleidoscope effect.
Oh.
Also, in the episode where she was dating Hannibal Buress, it shows her that she put all the quarters in alphabetical order, and then at the end she says she's not hungry. Also, if you watch it, she's slowly losing more weight. So you see this happening the whole time, and she also never and again do you see her eat any food. She's just drinking the coffee.
Fuck.
And it shows the whole thing. And then in the episode Roofy, it's talking about how Bojack was talking to Diane, and she said, "Why didn't you bring Hollyhock with you?" She said she was busy counting her teeth, and that's something meth addicts do.
Shit. How'd you pick up on all that?
Reddit told me about it at
Of
the
course.
end of it.
I was like, there's no way.
I noticed it. I've noticed it retroactive. As soon as I saw the actual thing, I was like, "Oh I know the alphabetizing thing is a meth thing," and I was like, "Was that foreshadowing?" So I checked Reddit, and then I saw all this shit, and I was like, "Wow, that's totally correct."
Wow. Fuck.
Which was some fucking great ass foreshadowing.
Yeah. Holy shit. I didn't even realize it, which I guess is the point. Fuck. Yeah. Oh,
because you were like, "Oh, they didn't talk about it till the episode." I was like, "Yes, they did."
Yeah. But the thing is that so Bojack's mom has
been drugging her.
Yeah, she's been putting defattening
diet pills.
Yeah, which are
also diet pills and like amphetamines.
Yeah. Yeah. If you've seen what the fuck's that movie called? The one about the drugs.
I don't remember. Requiem for a Dream?
Yeah, Requiem for a Dream. That's what that's about, the diet pills. So, yeah, and Bojack's like, "I'm going to kill you," because he hates his mom. So that's, they actually tease that. They do the Bojack thing in the previous episode where Bojack's in the middle of his plot, but they never explain why.
Yes.
And then in this episode, they explain it.
And at the end of the last episode, Princess Carolyn gets the Filbert script, and she named her egg Filbert earlier on.
Yeah, that's right.
Also, the Bojack production website bought the time, whattimeisitRightNow.com. If you scroll to the bottom of it, it says coming soon, the whattimeisitnow.com original series Filbert starring Bojack Horseman.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
It's a real website that tells you what time it is, and then if you scroll to the bottom, it talks about Filbert.
That's fucking amazing.
What time is it right now.com.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's important for this episode. But so Bojack's taking his mom to a fucking
nursing home.
Yeah, nursing home, but like the shittiest one he could possibly find.
Yes, you said you wanted our first available room.
No, I said a worst available room.
We keep these blinds down because it looks over a dumpster, and he immediately opens the blinds.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
If you want her to be taken good care of, you could slap me some money now. I was like, all right, now let me not reach for my wallet.
Yeah.
So this is the first relationship Bojack ever had that he didn't fuck up.
Yeah, really. Well, technically he did, which is what the next episode's about.
Well, he didn't directly fuck it up.
Yeah, but so yeah, and then it ends this episode with his mom turning him and going, "Bojack?" That's how it ends. And Princess Carolyn's still trying. Princess Carolyn forged Bojack's signature, I think.
Yeah, in that episode.
Yeah. And then the next episode, oh my Christ, my favorite episode of the season.
Also, this is a running gag that I don't know if you noticed. They keep changing the chairs. With Diane's work. They keep changing her chairs.
Really?
Yeah, do you not like? It's basically making fun of the constant like, oh, standing desk, oh, that weird ball chair, oh, yeah.
Like I noticed them. I did notice them having like weird workout places, but I didn't associate it with them like changing.
No,
the chairs.
if you every time Diane's shown at work, she's sitting in like a different style of chair.
That's right, because when she's at that computer and she's like Todd's trying to distract her, or me, I forget, but. I didn't even pick up on that.
Every time they cut, they're sitting at a different chair.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, though.
Because it's like, oh, we're fun internet workplace. We're going to have fun internet chairs.
Yeah. Oh, man.
You said we don't have offices because offices are... It's basically, like, she works for BuzzFeed, basically. It's, like, the most, like, clearly, like, blatant pretend internet company of all time where they have a fun work environment.
Yeah.
We have Rock Band on Thursdays. You can come down, you can play Rock Band.
Which is so ironic because she completely made fun of BuzzFeed before in the first season.
Yeah, but they were paying her, so
yeah.
Now they're giving you money.
Yeah. Oh man, so this is my favorite episode of the season. So this is a complete retelling of the previous episode again. So this is 3 episodes in a row where they did the same episode but through 3 different retellings.
Yes.
So this episode is told through the perspective of Bojack's mom, who has Alzheimer's.
Yes. And it's her slowly learning, slowly remembering.
Yeah, for remembering and forgetting things at the same time. And they try to recreate the feeling of having Alzheimer's, where things will just cut and mix around. And she's very confused.
Wait, that was the episode after. We were. Wait, no, we moved on. Never mind.
Yeah,
Ignore me. This is episode 11.
Yeah, and what I really like about it is that it cuts to new places and it shows her kind of confused, but she goes along with it anyways.
Yeah.
And you figure out, like, the process of her meeting up with Bojack's dad, etc., etc. Yeah, and basically it shows the process of how their marriage became shit.
Yeah.
And at first I thought they were going to try to make her or they were going to try to give a reason, like, that she does love Bojack, but she doesn't really, or she doesn't show it. But they kind of don't.
Yeah.
Instead, they make you understand why she became a terrible person. And it's basically that her life is just fucking the worst. Like, truly awful. And she just, like, resents Bojack for saving his life, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, it's finally revealed that...
Also, in the second episode, they were talking about how, oh, women shouldn't eat ice cream. Put some sugar on a lemon. And then at the very end, Bojack describes them eating ice cream.
Yeah.
And that's fucking disheartening.
Yeah. But it's finally revealed that Henrietta was their help, who they never show her face. They just put a big scribble over her face, which is just incredible. Like, that was just fucking nailed it. Also, one cool thing they did too, all the characters in the background don't have faces, but they're almost all human.
Yes.
So it makes it very, like, you're so used to seeing this very diverse world of, like, dogs and stuff, but there's only, like, there's rarely ever anything other than white people in the back.
The only other animal was that swan.
And I saw there was a dog in the background once, but there's, like, never anything else. And it's just so creepy that you're so used to seeing, like, this diverse cast.
Also, Diane and Mr. Peanut Butter drive to Hawaii and they get in a big fight.
Well, they don't drive to Hawaii. They drive halfway to Hawaii. And then they're just like, you know what? Let's pull over to the quick stop. And then they drive back home to their new house, which, amazingly, they pull into their new house. You're like, do you want to go to Hawaii? Yeah, let's go to Hawaii. Yeah, and Mr. Peanut Butter.
Oh, we didn't even talk about Todd's clown dentistry. Todd's whole subplot is the clown dentistry business. And it's Todd. It's Disney World all over again.
Yeah, I never actually finished my statement because I kept saying, and it was finally revealed that Henrietta is. Oh, by the way, and Henrietta is. It is revealed that Henrietta is Bojack's dad's affair. Like, it was the help at their house.
So Henrietta is not actually Bojack's daughter. She's his half sister.
Half sister, yes. And there was this whole thing, like, where Bojack's mom sat down with Henrietta to talk about how she knew about it. And, like, I got really kind of misty-eyed during this scene.
Yeah.
Because, like, she's like, we're gonna pay your tuition, and then you're gonna put the kid up for adoption. And she doesn't want to, and he's like, no, trust me, you do not want this. And, like, it was just like fucking like, wow. Holy fuck. It really kicked me in the balls.
Yeah, it was a whole fucking thing.
And it shows them, like, her giving birth, and then Bojack's mom instantly taking the baby away and being like, no, you'll get attached. Just like, holy shit. And then Diane and Mr. Peanut Butter have that fight where he, like, makes the book room, for the bell room, as she calls it. No,
that's the next episode.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Then it's the episode where Todd does the Better Business thing and he does the rabies run. and this is the last episode now.
Yeah.
That's what Todd does, and then it ends with him meeting an asexual girl.
Yeah.
And they might have an asexual romantic relationship.
Yeah.
So we'll see where that goes next season.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
Well, that's a thing.
Yeah, I know.
So it shows Princess Carolyn basically like fumbling her way to pitching Filbert to whattimeisitnow.com, and it's this whole thing. And she keeps expecting Bojack to say no, and she shows up, and Bojack says yes to the thing after talking to Hollyhock, and she's going to go visit Henrietta. And Bojack's actually happy for once.
Yeah.
Basically, the opposite of last season happens, where everyone's happy and Bojack's sad. Everyone is sad and Bojack is happy.
Yeah. It was kind of insane.
So then it goes to Mr. Peanut Butter's new house, and it's a whole thing.
Or he makes that room.
Yes, but there's no actual real books in it. I don't know if you saw that bit.
Really?
Yeah, all the books are fake.
Oh.
And then they get in like a legitimate fight, and then it's them sitting depressingly.
And she has that one line that was just great.
Yeah, she's like, I don't like grand gestures, and I'm tired of squinting.
Yeah, well, like squint. Yeah, you have to squint to see the real picture. But I'm so tired of squinting, and she just starts crying, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
And then that is the end of the season.
Yeah. Well, no, the end of the season is that Bojack and what's her name, Hollyhock are on the phone together, and Hollyhock's gonna go visit her real mom, and then she's like, "Well, she's like, well, I have all the fulfillment I need of parents, but I've never had a brother." And so it's just kind of like this one thing that like finally, the message was like, yes, brothers and sisters might be what we needed. And I was like, but I don't have one. No, I don't feel fulfilled.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Bojack. Oh yeah, fuck you. You have a sister, you freak.
Do.
Yeah, I don't. And that was a season.
Holy shit, dude.
It was a fucking good ass season.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I should stop watching it. My depression gets really bad.
It's the one time a year where I'm just like, yes, I'm about to get fucking depressed for a weekend. Yeah.
It's gonna be so great being depressed.
Oh yeah, fuck yes.
Fucking depression.
Depression.
My kettle corn.
I don't want. Throw away that Cymbalta. Get that shit out of here. Yeah. So that was awesome.
So overall, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. All right.
Well, thank you all for joining us.
Ooh, Dark Den Dan. We're not done yet, though.
Well, we're done with the Bojack part.
Yeah. I was going to say, what are you doing? We're about to go on break, but we will be right back with some shit that Anthony made up.
Yes. Wait, what did Dark Dan say?
He just said, okay, what's going on?
Stuff. I don't know when he posted that.
Yeah. And we shall be right back.
After these messages. After these messages. After these messages. We'll be right back.
Greetings.
What?
I had to start recording.
Oh, good. Greetings, weary travelers.
Yes, greetings. We are back now after our quick break. So now, as we will be doing every episode, we'll have some random bullshit afterwards.
Yeah, we'll figure this out.
So
this is a possible prelude for a show we're doing.
Yes. I have never personally played D&D. Well, I played once. I played a spin-off, the Serenity spin-off.
You played one adventure with us.
Yeah. And I also went once with you to some random D&D thing that I didn't understand what was going on.
You did not.
And I did not understand what was going on.
You didn't. That's true.
And Anthony's setting up some bullshit, but
I don't need to set up this bullshit. This is just bullshit I wanted to set up.
He's going to set it up. So now I'm actually going to learn to play D&D. We're choosing an easy edition. What edition is it?
This is 5th edition.
All right, so we're doing 5th edition. That's apparently easy. He doesn't like it, but it's easier, so it's a good starting off point for me, apparently.
Yes.
And what we're going to do today, since Anthony already has a character he's written up.
Yes, and I'm also going to be DMing, so.
Yeah. We're going to write me up a character. I don't know really what I'm doing. I vaguely know. I vaguely understand. And then in the future, we're probably going to do a Dungeons & Dragons thing. Petrucci wants to get in on it. So we'll he'll probably watch this. So hi, John, if you're watching this. And
Did you happen to have a dot of super glue?
no.
Shit, I'm gonna have to fix this then.
You don't have to set it up right now.
But it's fun. It'll be fun.
Okay, look at what he's doing. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Yeah, so I don't know really much of anything about D&D. I know vaguely things. Like, I can kind of glean information from my other RPG stuff I played, like, like gaming RPGs, which share some similarities. Not many, but some. Like, kind of like, I'll compare this to Pokemon. I know, like, the way you add points and stuff to increase your stats is very similar to, like, EVs in Pokemon, that idea. And you're limited to certain numbers of stats you can add, just kind of levers. And, like, turn-based stuff, critical hits and stuff, same thing. And so, those kind of RPG stuffs.
This is my dice tower.
Luckily, it's turned the wrong way so they can't see it. Turn it sideways. There you go. Ta-da!
This is my dice tower.
There are many like it.
But this one is mine.
Yes. Isn't it so pretty?
This is some dice.
Yep, look at all those dice.
This is my blue set of dice that I keep in this little wooden trundle.
Mm-hmm. Is a chundle?
Trundle.
Oh, man. I just keep it all inside my chundle.
There's no reason for me to be getting these dice out. I'm just am.
Yeah.
They haven't breathed in a while.
Yeah. All right. So, what's my first step going to be towards creating my very own
Open
character?
your book.
Oh, fuck. I have to read?
Yeah, there's lots
Oh, I
to
thought
read.
you were going to do the reading.
No, you got to read.
All right, he got me this.
Well, that's my book, so you
I know.
can use
I'm
it.
going to use it. I'm going to borrow it probably. I'm assuming you're going to leave this with me to read?
Yeah, you can read it.
Okay, cool. I'm assuring you that I'll read probably like a quarter of this.
Look, it's not that difficult of reading. It's mostly
look at all the words, though.
It's mostly looking at charts.
Oh, exposure on this is kind of shitty. Whoa, that just freaked the camera out. I don't know why. Apparently, the camera can't do overexposures. Cool. Oh my Christ! How many different types of characters can there be?
Hang on. I have D&D. I got into the D&D Beyond beta on my phone. I can see how many there are.
Holy shit! Oh my God! What? How am I supposed to know all of this? I assure you guys that when we play this, I'm not gonna take this very seriously. Alright, well, I gotta figure out what race I want to be, I guess.
You could be a dwarf. You could be a couple different kinds of elf.
Yeah.
You could be a gnome.
Oh, are these all the... Wait, races and classes? Alright. So there's only dwarf, elf, halfling, human, dragonborn, gnome, half-elf, half-orc, and tiefling?
Tiefling.
Tiefling, what's that? Let me see. Page 42. Oh, tiefling's the thing I was on. So it's like purple tail.
You could read about it.
But you do see the way people look at... Alright. To be greeted with stares and whispers, to suffer violence, assault... This is a lot of the tiefling, and trust the knife tieflings know this because a pact struck generations ago infused the essence of Asmodeus, overlord of the Nine Hells, into their bloodline.
That's the god of that's the god of lawful evil.
Yes. Their appearance and their nature are not their fault, but the result of an ancient sin for which they and their children and their children's children will always be held accountable. What the fuck?
They're like half demons.
Alright. Alright, so... Shit. Alright, and then let's see, what else is there? Alright, so there's half orcs. There's no just full orcs?
You can't be a full orc.
Why not?
Because they're evil.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So there's are full elves evil too?
Full orcs? Yes.
Full elves?
No.
So why are there only half elves?
You could be an elf.
Oh, cool. There's gnomes. Gnomes are kind of cool. Dragonborn. I don't fucking know what a Dragonborn is, but...
I think I have part dragon.
Yeah. I'll give you guys a nice Anthony view while I'm doing this. Human, which I kind of want to be. I kind of just want to be a human wizard. A halfling. And then an elf. Or elves would actually be really cool, too. Huh. Or dwarf. So let's see. Do they give you like what benefits each of these races gets?
You gotta read.
Oh, fucking! How much do I have to read though?
Like the whole book.
Why? So much. There's bullshit. All right, elf traits. Ability to score increase. Your dexterity score increases by 2. Age. Although elves reach physical maturity about the same age as humans, the elfin understanding of adulthood goes beyond physical growth to encompass world. The elf cleans adulthood. And around the age of 100 and can live to be 750 years fucking old. Ugh. Elves love freedom, variety, and self-expression. They do lean towards gentler aspects of chaos. Their value and protection of others. Why?
Why what?
There's so much. Your base walking speed is 30 feet.
Most things' base walking speed is 30 feet.
All right, custom the 24. That was the first bit of information that I thought was actually relevant. Elves don't need to sleep.
Well, they do, but you only need a short rest.
Oh.
Typically.
You can speak, read, and write common and Elvish. Elvish is fluid. So nations, grammar, even literature. Ancient divides among the elven people resulted in 3 main subraces: high elves, wood elves, and dark elves, who are commonly called drow. Choose one of these subraces. In some worlds, these subraces are divided still further, such as the sun elves and moon elves, the Forgotten Realms. So if you wish, you can choose a narrower subrace.
We're not doing Forgotten Realms, though.
Oh, okay.
Fuck, where did that go?
Dead. I like how I just put it to your side because what you're doing is just far more entertaining than me staring at a book. You're probably just like playing with like fucking chemistry tools and shit.
I'm just playing with dice. These are all my D20s.
You're just juggling.
Look, this one's made of some kind of metal.
Oh, wow.
And this one is made of pure bronze.
Ooh.
You want to hold it? Well, hang on. First up.
Fuck you. I just put the camera on me.
Well, 1 second. You're gonna try this out.
Okay.
First up. Why don't you try rolling with this?
All right. So I just put it. 3!
Now try rolling with this.
What's the difference?
Feels much more satisfying to roll something heavy.
I feel like I broke the thing.
It's fine.
It just fucking smashes through the wall.
I bought it from the same company.
Yeah. All right. Elves seem complicated. Are humans not very complicated?
Humans don't get too many buffs if I did. Well, you get an extra feet.
So they just made being a human boring, basically.
14.
I'm okay with being a human, though.
Ooh, 20.
Ah, God. I'm sorry. Bump the fucking mic. Probably doesn't sound as bad as...
14.
All right, humans. All right, what would you recommend? Easy start.
For an easy start?
Yeah.
I'd go with elf. Elf would be fun.
Elves?
It's good for a wizard.
Cool. You know, we'll go with elves, and we'll just figure it out. Elves sound fun. Where the fuck? I like this picture, by the way, of this elf just fucking rocking out. Oh shit! Sorry, camera. Sorry. Oh my god. I apparently just raping the camera with the overexposure.
You are.
All right, we're gonna go with elf. Cool. All right. So, Mr. Anthony, walk me through this. Those aren't... What are you... What?
Player name.
Okay. Oh, what's my name?
Player name.
I know, what's my name?
You know your name.
John?
Your player name. Write your fucking name.
Alright. Background?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a little bit.
Class and level?
Have you picked your class yet?
What?
Have you picked your class yet?
Would that just
Also, you should probably get a pencil because you're going to be writing stuff.
I don't have any pencils.
We'll write it in pen for now, and I'll copy it with the pencil later.
Okay, cool. Oh, is that like wizard and shit?
Yes.
Okay, I definitely want to be a wizard. I fucking love wizards. Oh, wait, are they really complicated, though?
A little bit, but you'll figure it out.
Okay. That really worries me. Alright, let's see. Classes are described in Chapter 3.
Wait, I don't even really need you to... I could literally roll you up a rando and we can go on from there.
Oh, really?
What kind of elf would you like to be?
What are the 3 again?
High, wood, Eladrin.
What are the differences?
As a wood elf, you have keen senses and intuition. Your flight feet carry you stealthily through the native forest. This category includes wild elves or whatever the shit. Wood elves tend to be... Skin tends to be copperish in tone, sometimes with traces of green. Their hair tends to be browns and blacks, but occasionally there's blonde or copper colored. Their eyes are green or hazel. You get a wisdom score of +1. You have proficiency immediately in longsword, shortbow, and longbow. Your base, you actually, due to flight of feet, you have a 35 movement speed, and you can attempt to hide even when you're only in light foliage, heavy rain, falling snow, or mist.
Oh, alright.
That's a wood elf.
Yeah.
You could be a high elf. High elves have +2 dexterity, dark vision, keen senses, fey archery, and trance. You get an increase in intelligence by 1. You have proficiency with the same thing. You know 1 cantrip automatically for being a high elf.
Alright.
And you can speak an extra language.
Cool. Wait, I know 1 cantrip? What?
A cantrip. A cantrip's a level 0 spell.
Oh, okay. That's actually not bad. Although the wood elf sounds kind of fun.
Eladrin. +2 dexterity, dark vision, keen senses, fey archery, fey ancestry, and trance. You get an intelligence increase by 1. You have proficiency with the same things we just went over. You can cast the Misty Step spell once. You get Fey Step, which is a spell that I'd have to look up in that book to remember what it does.
So this might sound weird considering I want to be a wizard, but the wood elves sound cool.
Wood elves are cool.
Yes. But the other ones would be really nice for being a wizard.
So would you like to be a wood elf?
Sure, why not? Let's fuck it. Fuck it. We'll go with that, even though it's backwards thinking. I just like the idea of a wizard being cool with a longbow.
All right. Sorcerer, warlock, wizard.
Oh, wait, what are the differences? Shit.
A spellcaster who draws on inherent magic or gift from a bloodline. You'd have to have a primary charisma-based character. You get D6 hit die, which we will do off stream because lots of this shit is a lot of math. It's probably boring to watch.
Yeah,
This is just me attempting to explain shit to you slowly. Your hit points at level 1 would be +6 to your Constitution modifier, so you'd have to have a good Constitution and a good Charisma for that to... this is Sorcerer. You get Inherent Spellcaster.
Are these in this book anywhere?
It'd be under Classes.
Oh, it's chapter 3, right?
You could go to the table of contents and you can find what the page number each class on. No, go to the front of the...
It was literally... It said chapter 3.
Right, go to the front of the book. Go to the table of... This is how you navigate a D&D book.
I know. I fucking remembered it saying chapter 3. I could just go to chapter 3.
Now find...
Chapter 3, classes.
And then find the specific class.
Wizard, Warlock, and Sorcerer, page 99. All right, thank you. Okay. Okay, now just to read this, because whenever you say it, my brain blanks out. Because you're boring.
You're boring.
Alright, golden eyes flashing, human design. Warlock with pseudogen cards. Okay. Alright, so that's what Warlock is. Oh, shit. And then Wizard. Okay, cool. I'll just be a fucking wizard. Why not?
Just a standard plain ass wizard.
Yeah, plain ass wizard. Cause fuck you, you bitch. Said that away from my microphone. Are you? What are you doing?
And I gotta send this back to the company to get some shit fixed. So I'm disassembling it.
Oh, all right. Why? Because the magnet fell out?
Yeah, I could probably just super glue it back in.
You can totally do that.
Well, they have a lifetime warranty.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, might as well, I guess. All right. So yeah, put me down as wizard because I don't know, they're cooler.
Write yourself down as wizard.
I thought you were putting a thing into your phone.
I am, but you have your sheet.
I know, but I thought you were okay. Whatever. So class, wizard. I have no idea if this camera's synced up with the audio or not.
Sure, it's fine.
Hopefully. It looks like it is, I think. Clap. Cool. I think.
I'll just mark you down as wizard anyway. Wizard. Add class.
All right.
You get some proficiencies.
Okay. So, what are my proficiencies then?
I'll let you know when I get the full thing.
Rad.
So you can manually determine your abilities, or we could do or we could do a standard array.
A what?
We could manually choose your these, or you could do them randomly.
That sounds like a good idea.
Randomly?
Well, can I do some of them choose and some of them random?
No.
Okay, cool. Let's do it random then.
Well, you could just roll random, and fuck, I should have left the tower up if we were doing it randomly. Fuck.
Whatever. It's fine.
No.
It's fine. No.
It's fair.
No.
Fine.
It's not fair.
It is fair.
It isn't.
It is.
No.
It makes it more fair.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, because it's completely random.
It is not completely random.
It is.
No, it's dependent on what way you throw it still. You just have to know how to hit the sides of it.
Yeah, but it's more random and
It's not more random. It's just a little bit more difficult to do.
Hold out your palm. This is 4d6.
Okay, cool.
What you would do is you would roll them and then subtract the lowest dice, and then you'd assign them to a thing. You went for wizard, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to roll these.
Hang on a sec.
Never mind. Look how fucking overly complicated this is.
Yeah, I'm just trying to fucking bullshit.
You're bullshit.
Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah, we gotta get a new one of these so we can put the mic right into your goddamn mouth because you keep like drifting away from it.
You keep drifting away.
You're not even like that close to it right now.
Motherfucker, I am working.
I'm working too. Shut up. I wonder how this is coming out. I think this has gone pretty well. It's gone with far fewer technical hiccups than I expected.
Yes.
So, I mean, the quality is not amazing, but it's going to improve over time.
So here, hang on. Let me look at this subsection. I just need to see what you should go for.
It's very overexposed, though.
That'd be your constitution, so it'd be +6 to your constitution. That's your spell save. There's a bunch of shit you get. There's a bunch of different schools of magic you're going to have to go into.
Oh, was this way overcomplicated?
No, it's cool. All right, you have your saving throws are intelligence and wisdom, so you should go for that primarily.
Okay, cool.
So
now I can roll.
Here's what you do. We could also do a standard array if this botches completely.
Okay.
So what you're gonna do is you are going to roll 4d6, take away the lowest die, and then try that to one of your stats.
Okay.
You want to primarily be smart and wise.
Yeah, I was gonna go for wisdom. So, all right. So we got 2 3s and 2 4s.
One of the 3s.
All right. So now we have 8, 9, 10, and 11.
So that's an 11, and I can't. I'm fucking retarded. So 1 second.
Okay, cool.
Just need the fucking chart.
Just want to make sure the computer has actual space. Good. Oh yeah, this doesn't take up much space at all. Radical-tastic.
So yeah, what would you apply that to?
I guess wisdom?
No, you want a higher number for wisdom. You don't have a base modifier yet.
So how many more points do we get after this?
You just keep rolling this.
Oh. Wait, so I could, if I wanted to, I could just max out everything?
If you rolled really well, yes.
Oh, alright.
So yeah, this would be an 11. I would recommend applying this to dexterity, probably. Or if not, it's strength, because this might be the lowest one you get. I don't know.
Yeah, I think well, because I'm supposed to be like a fucking bow and arrow person, so I want good dexterity. You probably should be a tad dexterity.
I'd put this in strength.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So what's a good idea of a high roll? Like, what would a high number be?
Like 15.
Alright, so yeah, alright, cool. So
you don't have a base modifier for this. You just write 11, and then you'd write a 0.
In the big spot or in the small spot?
In the small spot, you'd write a 0. In the big spot, you'd write an 11.
Oh, so 0.
And if you botch this up really bad, we'll just do a standard array for you.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you for making me feel like I'm doing a good job.
Roll.
You're a roll. You're a fruit roll up. Fuck you.
And re-roll. See, that's why I wanted the tower, so that doesn't happen. All right. What we'll do is you'll just roll into the box.
Oh my god.
Roll into the box.
You're such a pain in the ass.
Roll into the box. It's fine. It's fine.
Remember the show Out of the Box?
Between the lions?
Sure, why not? In between the lions. I said, in between the lions. Something like that. Forget how that part went. What's the line again? Can't remember. Was it in between the lions?
Here, roll into this box.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. We got 2, a 3, a 2, and a 2. It's a pretty shit roll. So we got 4, 7.
That's bad.
It's very bad. Shall we roll again?
No, you can't roll again. I'd put that in strength. I'd move the strength down.
Ah, fuck. All right. 7. What's Constitution?
Constitution is your hit points, so +6 to your hit point. Your hit.
So I put a +6 modifier on my
your
hit
modifier?
Okay, tell me all my modifiers first so I can see it.
Hang on. I'm working.
Does my elf race get a modifier too?
You have a +2 to Dex due to your race.
Okay, +2 to Dex, and that's it for the
Don't
race?
write that in.
I'm just putting it next to it just so I know.
So your Constitution modifier, if you'd make that an 11, is so you have 6 hit points of 6.
So that's just from being a wizard.
That's just from
So
you have 6 hit points.
Just from.
Well, I move that down to 11.
No, I'm just writing down in the side really quick all the pre-modifiers.
What do you mean?
So like I'm just writing +2 to dexterity on the side so that I know later so I can factor it in. So then Constitution,
you don't have a Constitution modifier.
I thought you just did. I thought you just said that.
No, you don't have a Constitution. You don't have. If you're moving the 11 down to the Constitution, you don't have a Constitution modifier.
Oh.
You have a +1 to Wisdom for being a high elf, being a wood elf.
Oh, and Strength I have a modifier on?
And Strength you don't have. For Strength now, if your Strength is a 7, you have a -2.
Oh. Oh, alright. Because, there's a -2 modifier on it then.
If your Strength is 7, you have a -2 modifier.
But if it wasn't 7, I wouldn't have a -2 modifier?
If it's 8, you'd have a -1 modifier.
How does that work?
It goes up. Each even number, it bumps up 1.
Oh, that's fucking weird. Okay.
And if this fucks up, we're gonna do a standard array for you.
Fine. All right. Cool. All right. So now it's 5.
What?
So now I put a 7 there, so it's a 5 in strength.
No, put a 7 there.
All right. There's a 7.
And now instead of a 0, you have -2.
Oh, -2. So then Constitution, I have 11 in.
Yeah. So you have a +1 modifier.
11
plus 1.
Okay. Intelligence. Or, we'll see what one we put this in. Good.
Reroll that one.
Because you're a pain in the dick.
Just reroll all of them.
Okay. It was a 5. I mean.
Reroll all of them.
Okay, fine. So 3, 2, 5, and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. I should put that in wisdom, I think.
You're kind of innkeepering yourself.
What do you mean?
You're not getting very good rolls in these.
You're kind of innkeepering yourself.
Also, it could be worse. I could have made you do 3d6 in order.
Oh, what's the difference between intelligence and wisdom?
Here is a quick D&D tale for the difference between intelligence and wisdom.
I regret I asked.
Intelligence is knowing a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is being able to sell it as a vegetable.
Oh, so wisdom's like being able to screw people over?
No, wisdom's more like just being like worldly. Intelligence is being actually intelligent. Wisdom is being worldly. Like, wisdom is like related to like traps and shit. And intelligence is more than just being generally intelligent.
So then what's charisma?
Charisma is being able to be an asshole. Like if you have a really high bards typically have high charisma. My bard does have high charisma. And
so you can just go up to people and be like, fuck you, and they won't kill you?
Kinda.
Oh, okay.
If you do really good.
So, alright. So, having high charisma makes it less likely that people are gonna kick you in the balls.
Pretty much, yeah.
Cool. Alright, cool. So then intelligence is the thing I want.
Yeah, you need intelligence and wisdom for a wizard. That's pretty much the most important one.
I think I'll put 12 into wisdom then? Because
I put 12 into charisma.
Where are the odds, though, I'm going to roll a really high roll coming up?
I don't know.
Well, all right. So I'll just write the 12 on the side right here in case I have to change it. And then I'll finalize it later. So then charisma has any modifiers?
You wouldn't have any charisma modifiers now.
Okay, cool. All right, let's roll again.
Yeah, you have a plus. So if you're doing the 12 for charisma, it'd be a +1.
Oh, +1. Cool. All right. Shit, that was a shitty roll. Can I please re-roll that?
We could just give you a standard array.
Or give me a standard array then. Fine.
All right. Here's the numbers you get. Hold up. All right. You get an 8, a 10, a 12, a 13, a 14, and a 15.
Oh, okay. So an 8,
a 10,
10,
12, 13,
13,
14,
14,
15.
15. And then do I put anything in for the modifiers?
Yeah, you still have the same the modifier. So 8 would be
-2. I'll just
is it
write
-2 or -1? Let me check.
Oh, no, that would be -1 because it's even, right?
Yeah. Let me double check.
Yeah, you literally.
Yeah, -1.
Yeah, all right, -1.
The 10 would be 0.
0.
12 would be +1.
All right, +1. You're good.
13 would also be +1.
+1.
14 would be plus. Is 14 +2? Let me double check.
I mean, do these matter in the end, or? Oh yeah, well they do because
with your race bonus for wisdom, you have a +3.
+3. And for 15.
Did you just put these all in order?
Yeah.
You put 8, 10, 12.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that's what you fucking told me to do.
No, you can do that, but you don't have to. I'd recommend moving the 13. I'd recommend switching your intelligence and charisma.
This is so messy already. All right, intelligence, charisma, we're going to switch. Oh, good idea, actually. So they still the same buffs?
Yes.
15, 13.
All right, so for your strength, you have a -1. For your dexterity, you have +3. For your constitution, you have +1. So you have 7 hit points now.
Wait, for my dexterity, I have +3?
Yeah, because of your race bonus. For intelligence, you have +1.
+1.
For wisdom, you have +2.
+2.
Wait, no, I didn't switch your wisdom and intelligence around in the program. Hang on.
I didn't switch wisdom. I switched charisma and intelligence.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
So wisdom, I have a 14.
So wisdom, you have a 14. Intelligence, you have a 15?
Yes.
All right, uno momento.
You're going to want to save that on your phone because it's fucking really messy on here.
So, strength is 8, dexterity is 10, constitution is 12, intelligence is 15, wisdom is 14, charisma is 13?
Yes.
All right, you have a -1 in strength. You have a +3 in dex. You have a +1 in constitution. You have a +2 in intelligence. You have a +3 in wisdom, and you have a +1 in charisma.
+3 and +1. All right, cool. Red.
Now you get to choose an alignment.
All right. This
Lawful good, neutral good, chaotic good, and I'm basically not letting you not be good. You're not allowed to be evil. You're not allowed to be
evil.
You're not allowed to be evil.
I want to be secretly evil.
You're not allowed to
I don't want to be evil.
You're not allowed to be evil. Good, because you're not allowed to be.
All right, list them out again, slowly. And what's the point of them?
Lawful good, neutral good, chaotic good, to the book.
I fucking hate books. Okay. Tell me, Aunt. Tell me what the fuck.
Is there not a chapter on alignment? Where the fuck's the alignments bit? All right, 1, 2, 1.
Isn't Anthony flipping pages very interesting?
Lawful good. Creatures can be counted to do the right thing, as expected by society. Gold dragons, paladins, and most. So basically, they're like the super goody two shoes.
Okay.
Like paladins and shit.
Yeah.
If I say paladin, you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yes.
All right, good. Neutral good. Folks that do the best of what they can. Celestials, cloud giants, and most gnomes are neutral good.
Okay.
So that basically means you're kind of like Han Solo, like you're mostly looking after yourself, but if something comes up and you're like, shh, basically like, and then they're about to blow up the Death Star, you're like, motherfucker, I'm gonna go help.
Okay, cool.
That's kind of the thing. Chaotic good. Creatures that act as their own conscious, with little regard for what others expect. Many elves are chaotic good.
Yeah, that's literally what I was thinking in my head. So, like, this would basically be like, if I'm just out on my own, I'm a loner, but I save people in my free time.
Yeah, I usually play chaotic good.
Yeah, I'm like basically like the Black Panther. I hide out in the woods and I'm like I'm just protecting shit.
Chaotic good's fun because they're like, why'd you burn down that orphanage? Because there were bandits in it.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was. Yeah, all right. So that's what I'm going for. So I'm gonna go with chaotic good then.
All right.
So. Chaotic good. Okay. Background. We'll get to that, I guess. Oh, race. I am wood elf. Okay. Experience points. That's for
you
later.
have none.
Yeah. Background. What does background mean?
1 second. Also, you have 2 languages. You have Common and Elven.
Okay. Languages. Where the fuck are those?
It might be on a different page.
Fucking A. Character appearance.
Languages might be on the first page, actually, right there. Does any one of those boxes say languages?
Ideals, bonds,
Is there notes? Is there just a section that says notes?
Oh, others persistent seasons and languages.
You have 2 languages at the moment. You have Elven and Common.
Red. What is passive wisdom perception?
Passive perception or passive wisdom?
Passive wisdom in
that's
perception.
Mostly a DM stat that I need. Basically, it means if I'm doing something secretively, if I'm DMing and I'm doing something secretively that I don't...
You can like whisper it in my ear and be like, hey, buddy.
No, that I don't necessarily want you guys to know.
Yeah.
I have to make a DC check, which means I'd roll a D20. And let's say it's not going to be. Let's say your passive perception is 18. That's way too high.
Mm-hmm.
And your friend's is 10.
Yeah.
And I roll a 17. You'd see it, but he wouldn't.
Oh, all right, cool.
So yeah, so like you'd be at like a bar, and someone slips something in someone's drink. If I make a check, and if it's below your passive perception, you'd notice it.
If it's below my perception?
If the roll is my roll is
if
below your passive
yeah, I'm
perception.
sorry. Yeah, all right. So how do we decide that?
That's a very good question. There's a lot of stuff in 5th edition I'm not positive the answer on.
Cool. Great. That's perfect. All right. So now let's figure out our background we're doing, right?
Yeah, there's a couple different backgrounds you could do.
Jesus fucking Christ. We're going to do all of this. I don't give a shit. I want to get this character over with. I'm going to develop him.
Acolyte. You have spent most of your life in the service of a temple, a specific god, or pantheon of gods. You act as an indeterminate between the realm of the holy and the mortal world. So yeah, Acolyte, that's a thing. Charlatan, you've always had a way with people. You know what makes them tick. You could do stuff with that. Charlatan, criminal, entertainer, folk hero, guild artisan.
Ooh, can I be a folk hero?
I'm a folk hero.
Fuck you. Okay, never mind.
You could be a folk hero.
No, I want to be you.
No, you could be a folk
hero.
hero.
No, I don't want to be. Then it's going to be boring.
No, but I'm not playing as my character. I'm DMing.
That's right. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. I'll be a folk hero then.
All right. You come from a humble social rank. You are destined for so much more. Already the people of your home village regard you as their champion, and destiny calls you to stand against tyrants and monsters that threaten common folk everywhere. You get some pluses to animal handling survival, and you get a free artisan tool proficiency. You get a set of artisan tools, a shovel, an iron pot, some common clothes, and a pouch containing 10 gold pieces. You can either roll for this, for your characteristic, or you cannot. Do you want to roll or what?
Let's roll for it. Hallelujah. All right. Toss. 1.
That is indeed a 1. You stood up to a tyrant's agents.
What?
You stood up to a tyrant's agents. There was a tyrant, and they sent people out to like collect taxes and whatnot, and you were like, no.
Cool.
Not today.
All right. So how do I write that down?
It'd be under background.
This little thing?
You'd write folk hero under that.
All right. So. And then I would just write that in notes or something?
Yes.
Where is my notes? Fuck. Wait, hold up. Hacks, equipment, features, and traits, I guess? Is that where I'd write it?
Yeah.
Alright, so I stood up to...
You stood up to some tyrants, and you can make up what they were.
And there are any more specifics than that? It's just tyrants?
Yeah, but you can make up... This is very broad, so you can make them up.
Oh, okay, cool.
Your suggested characteristic. You don't also need to use these. You could just make them up if you want to.
All right. Well, let's go by it so it's not confusing. I don't want to screw anything up.
All right. You can roll a d8 to pick a secondary characteristic.
Okay, cool. 5.
I'm confident in my own abilities, and I do what I can to instill confidence in others.
In my own...
If you got a 7, that's great. That's a great fucking personality quirk.
Oh, what was it?
I regularly misuse words to sound smarter. I misuse long words in an attempt to sound smarter.
Can I have that one?
Yes, you can have that one.
Yes.
Yeah, that was real defenestrative of you. What? I don't know.
I mean, I'm assuming that as we go along, we're just going to develop our own quirks anyways,
Yes,
just from jokes.
That's what typically happens.
But whatever.
All right, now you have some bonds and shit you can roll.
Okay, cool. 5. These are bonds? All right.
That contradicts. Reroll.
6.
No one can steer you away from your higher calling.
Okay, that's good.
This is an ideal.
Oh, my bad. Okay, cool.
Bond.
6 again.
I don't want to deal with a companion. Reroll.
2.
I work the land and I love the land and I will work to protect the land.
Good. These are all fitting into my mental image of what I was going to be, so...
Yeah, this one said, my childhood sweetheart has come with me to pursue my destiny. I'm like, that means I have to write a companion. That's not happening.
Oh, I don't want a childhood sweetheart.
I'm not writing you a girlfriend. I'm not doing that.
Fuck that. Gross. 5.
What am I going to do? Fucking work?
Honestly, if I had that, I would just I would like totally turn her into just like a fucking... Like,
oh.
What'd I get?
Secretly, I believe everything would be better if I was tyrant over all the land.
Where does this go under?
Flaw.
Thank Christ. Oh, that's no flaw in my book, bro. I secretly believe everything would be better if I was Hitler.
Did you actually write Hitler?
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing. Where's your hit points written on there?
Oh, current hit points.
Your hit points would be +6 to your constitution, so you'd have 7 HP.
So I write current hit points 7?
Yes.
All right, I won't write that down because I...
Just write that down for now. Well, I'll make you a new sheet.
Hit point maximum? What's that?
7 still. because there are spells that can take away your hit point.
What I think I'll do is I'll actually take a PDF and like type in the stuff that's concrete and not changing.
Right, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, so it'll just be like literally typed out so you can actually read it.
Yeah, you need to leave all of these kind of blank.
Yeah, I'll fix that. We'll go over it after the thing.
I think we should do, because I know Purdue Dude wants to play.
Yeah.
So we should probably do an episode of this with like everyone.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. We just have to figure out how to mic it all and everything.
Yeah.
I need more mics.
So how are you enjoying your character thus far?
See, now that I love this now. Now that we're getting to like the random character
parts.
Yeah. Like the fucking numbers, I'm just like, ugh, whatever. But the fucking like building my character part's fun.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Armor class or personality traits. So I got to do that.
You just did personality traits.
That was my flaw. Well, the one box I have personality traits.
Well, write down come up with some personality traits.
I feel like I'll build those on the fly, so I'll leave that.
Can you hand me that die?
That's a candy corn.
Where is it? That die.
Oh, there it is. Oh, is it dead?
All right. The primary thing. Ow. I don't really. Some DMs are a lot more strict about alignment than me. What I primarily ask for is have a code to yourself of shit you would do.
Okay.
So allow me, just give me like a very vague outline of how you think your character would generally, if you were elevator pitching me this character, what would you say he's like?
I swear to God, I will never poop within 50 meters of a camp. Very important.
Is it very important?
I'm basically like Bear Grylls. I will drink my pee. Only my pee. Those are all my alignments. All right. So let's see. Let me read through this just to make sure. So I defeated some tyrants. I'll probably later on today I'll sit down and I'll go through this and well, maybe not later on today because I have to get ready for my first day of work tomorrow, but so let's see. So I'll read through this. So I'm a wood elf.
Wizard.
Yeah, wizard. But I feel like I live like, I'm very distant from people. I fucking will go sit in a tree and just fucking.
Right, you have 4 cantrips because you got an extra cantrip, right? I remember this.
A what?
You get 4 level 0 spells, 4 cantrips.
Yes.
This will be on your magic page.
Okay. Is this magic? Oh, spellcasting. Cool. All right. Cantrips. I get 4?
Yeah, we'll figure that out in a minute. We could do your cantrips, and you have 2 level 1 spell slots.
Oh, how does this work? Oh, so all these level 1 ones?
No, that's level. Yeah, that's
so
all level.
So I should. Slots expended.
You could expend slots to do different feats sometimes.
Oh, so I put in slots total.
Yeah, you have 2 spell slots.
2.
Thus far, and you haven't expended any, so you would still have 2 spell slots.
Where should I write the number of cantrips I have?
You have 4 cantrips, so just write that next to them, and we'll figure it out.
I'll just put 4 right there. 2 spell slots. No slots.
Thing is, though, here's what you could learn. I don't know what to deal with wizards and learning spells. With bards, you could learn every spell, pretty much any spell. But the only thing is even with wizards, if you know a spell, you have to assign it to a spell slot, and to do that, you have to be taking a long rest. And you can. Well, I don't know if wizards need it. I don't know if elves need a long rest to move. So I will figure that out.
Okay, cool.
But let's say 6 level 1 spells, you still only have 2 spell slots. So.
All right.
Basically, you can move the spells around, but it takes a whole day.
Oh, okay. So they rotate around.
Yeah, but you have to manually rotate them around. You have to consciously tell me you're rotating a spell.
Okay, cool. So I'll think of some in-world bullshit about how I can prepare myself with a fucking love potion and a diarrhea potion, but I have to prepare them overnight.
No, spells. You can make I don't know if you could still do alchemy in these books.
But so basically it would just be I have to fester up the spell in my colon overnight and it charges up. That sort of deal. But I can only carry 2 spell. It's basically like Pokemon. You can only have 2 spells on you at one time.
Yeah, you get an additional cantrip. You get your spell book. The spells that you add to your spellbook as you gain levels refresh your arcane. When you find a wizard spell or level 1 or higher, you can add it to your spellbook. You can copy pretty much anything into the spellbook. Alright, sweet. You can copy your shit.
Hooray.
You have a book. You could basically write anything down in the book. If you find a spell, you could write it down in the book. That doesn't mean you can use it, but you can.
Okay, so
have it.
Where's equipment then?
Yeah.
So how would I write that? So there's like these holes here.
Those are for gold pieces.
All right, so
money.
Equipment. I'd just write anywhere in it. Spellbook.
Yes, but you have a spellbook. You have a couple other things too, along with your folk here-ness that I will have more. Because I'm basically copying all this into my phone. Also, I will give you like an actual full.
Okay, good.
Full out bullshit.
Yeah.
We could go over spells.
Yeah, let's go over spells. And so in the spell book, whenever I want to, I can just copy down a spell.
Your spell save DC. I haven't given. I'll do your skills.
Okay.
Because that's a lot of shit, and I know generally what you need. And I know you said you hate the numbers, so I'll just do your. All of these are your skills. I'll just do your skills.
Rad. All right. Cool. It's probably more entertaining too, for the one person watching, which is probably us.
Yeah. I'll figure out your spell save DC and everything too, because I still have to reread this book, but I have the PDF, so yes. I'll be fine. I don't know if D&D used to allow you if you owned the book, you could have a PDF. I don't know if that's still the case.
Cool. Okay, so, all right. What's the difference between a cantrip and a spell again?
Spell is cantrips are usually at will. And spells usually you need a long rest to do them.
And so the difference between the levels of spells
is how powerful they are. There are higher level spells, but you can cast low level spells at higher levels for more damage.
So, all right. So do I have to is there like an experience thing? Like, can I not cast the higher level ones at first?
Wait, what?
So these higher level ones, can I not cast them at first, or?
No, you only have 2 level 1 spell slots.
Okay, and then eventually I'll get more.
Yes.
Okay, rad.
As you level up, you'll get more.
Rad. I'm assuming you'll just make me stumble upon them or some shit.
Bard spells, ranger spells, sorcerer spells, warlock spells, wizard spells. Acid Splash, Blade Ward, Chill Touch, Dancing Lights, Firebolts, Friends, Lights, Mage Hand, Mending, Message, Minor Illusion, Poison Spray, Prestidigitation, Ray of Frost, Shocking Grasp, True Strike. These are all cantrips you can do. Let me know if any of these pique your interest. Acid Splash.
Maybe.
Blade Ward.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. We'll find out when I look it up.
Blade Ward. All right.
Chill Touch.
That sounds fun.
Dancing Lights.
Oh Christ, yes.
Firebolt.
Yes, those.
Friends.
No, I'm not good with friends. So.
Light.
Oh wait, maybe I have to have a friend spell because I'm just so I'm really bad at making friends.
Light. Mage Hand's pretty good typically.
Yeah.
Mending, Message, Minor Illusion, Poison Spray, Prestidigitation, Ray of Frost, Shocking Grasp, True Strike. Now, let's look these motherfuckers up. Acid Splash. 1 action, range 60 feet, instantaneous. You hurl a bubble of acid. Choose 1 creature within range at 60 feet. Choose 2 creatures within range that are within 5 feet of each other. Target must succeed on a dex saving throw or take 1d6 acid damage. Spell decreases by 1d6 when you reach level 5, level 11, and level 17.
Alright, that sounds kind of boring.
Alright, Blade Ward. A, B, alphabet. Alphabet.
You did the alphabet.
I'll do the alphabet. Doing,
Yeah.
doing. 1 action, self, VS. Blade Ward. You extend your hand and trace a sigil of in the air. Until the end of your next turn, you have resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Wait, read that again?
You'd be like, haha, and then no one could stab you or hit you with a club or anything.
That sounds really fun and cool. I like that.
All right, you can write that down if you
Under cantrip?
Yes.
And what's it called again?
Blade Ward. So you'd be like, no, you can't stab me.
Cool.
Doesn't mean you can't be hit by shit, but you can't be stabbed or bludgeoned.
That's nice. I like that.
Chill touch.
Chill touch sounds rad. I want it just because of the name. I'm assuming I can freeze
Call
somebody.
lightning, chain lightning, charm person. Chill touch. Ooh, it's a necromancy spell. You create a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of a creature within range 120 feet. Make a range spell check against this thing. It takes 1d8 necrotic damage and cannot regain hit points until the start of your next turn. Until then, the hand clings to the target. If you hit an undead target, it also has a disadvantage on attack rolls. Sweet. So basically, it's a 1d8 necrotic spell. And for one turn, until your next turn, they're incapacitated.
Oh, so they can't gain health or anything?
They can't do anything.
Oh, so I can basically just like
you could go like thump, and then the person's like, "Oh shit, I'm dying."
I really like that actually.
All right, chill touch. You have 4 cantrips instead of 3 because of a reason that I saw.
Oh, yeah. So I have 4. Yeah.
Dancing lights.
What does that do?
Fucking reading a spell book.
And so do I have any limit on the number of cantrips I can cast?
4.
I mean, like, per turn?
You can cast 1 spell per turn.
And I can just cast an unlimited number of them? Of the cantrips?
Pretty much. As far as I could see from the ones I'm looking at, these are at will.
Okay, cool. That's really rad.
Your actual spells will probably be once per day, or like once per round, or...
So can I literally just chill touch somebody for forever and just make them not be able to do anything?
Well, there's a check for them to not get hit.
Oh, rad. Oh, alright, I see what you mean.
Detect magic, detect good and evil, darkness, cure wounds, dark vision, daylight, dimension door, disintegrate. It should be higher up in the D's. It's dancing light, death ward. Where the fuck is... Oh, dancing lights. I'm retarded. It's the first one. You need some phosphorus, some witchwood, or a glowworm. Up to 1 minute, you create 4 torch-sized lights within range of the target, making everything visible. It's not an attack spell. It's basically having 4 torches that can fly around.
Oh, so this is basically if we're in like a dark cavern or something.
But you're an elf, so you have dark vision, and so you wouldn't need it.
Yeah, that'd be kind of a support thing. Yeah, fuck everybody else.
All right, fuck everyone.
Yeah,
Firebolt.
Yeah, I'm the type of person who would be like, fuck you guys.
Even though you're a folk hero?
Yeah, well, I'm a douche. Well, I did it out, like, I know, I'm like Constantine, right? Like, I know
You did it begrudgingly?
Yeah. And, like, people think I'm awesome, and they're like, you must be such a great guy. And I'm like,
Firebolt. Fireball or firebolt?
I'm assuming I threw a ball of fire at somebody.
Fireball. Nope, you have firebolt. That's a different thing.
That sounds cool as shit.
Firebolt. You hurl a mote of fire at a conjured object within range. I'm retarded. You make a range spell save attack. Hit. Target takes 1d10 fire. Jesus Christ. Yeah, 1d. If for that spell you do 1d10 fire damage against a saving throw.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool. 1d10, so it's 1 times the d10 roll?
No, it'd be a d10 roll.
Oh, okay.
Up to 10 points of hit.
Let's do that.
Firebolt. Alright, you got one more. Friends.
I bet this is like going to be calling friends or something.
For the duration of the spell, up to 1 minute, you'd also need makeup to do it. You have an advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice that isn't hostile towards you.
Wait, I have an advantage on charisma checks?
Yes, so if you had to do a charisma check, you have to smear a bit of makeup on your face to cast a spell. For 1 minute in game time, you get to roll 2 d20s and pick the higher one of a charisma check.
That's actually pretty nice. That would also fit in with my character, since nobody likes me, so I need magic to make people like me.
Yes.
Alright, I'm cool with that.
Alright, so friends.
So this is basically like me roofing them.
A little bit. But what's your charisma?
My charisma's 13.
So what's your modifier, though?
+1. So I'm actually not that bad with people. I was.
No, you're just kind of good looking is the problem, but you're an elf, so.
Oh, so I'm hot, but I'm an asshole
No.
inside.
You're kind of you're a tad bit above average looking, which for an elf is pretty bad.
Oh. Oh, because elves are fucking like
Hot.
oh,
You're
and
really.
I'm kind of like people see me, they're like, hey, I'm a human.
If they looked at you, you'd be like, "That's a really pretty human." But if they looked at you, you're like, "Oh, that's an ugly ass elf."
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not a human. Fuck off. I mean, like fucking look at this. Come on. I'm a fucking hot ass.
Level 1, alarm, burning hand, charm person, chromatic orb, color spray, comprehend languages, detect magic, disguise stealth, retreat, false. I don't even know what false life is. Feather fall, find familiar, fog cloud, grease, identify. You have two. You have two of these. Sleep, silent image, shield, ray of sickness, protection from evil and good, thunder wave, unseen servants, and witch bolt. There's no magic missile. Magic missile. Magic missile's the best worst spell ever.
What does it do?
It's an automatic hit. There's no getting away from it. It's 1d6 damage.
So it's just always accurate.
Yes.
Guaranteed damage.
Pretty much.
But it's the
But
worst.
it's 1d6. And it doesn't really increase from that.
Oh, okay.
Mage armor.
So I get two of those.
Yes.
All right. I didn't.
What the fuck is false life?
So just think of some that don't show all of them to me because that'd be boring as hell for me
Yeah,
mainly.
I'm looking up false life real quick. Go fuck yourself. Level 1 necromancy. Bolstering. Oh, you get 1d4 plus 4 temporary hit points. Cool. I'd recommend, just because I like it, I actually do kind of like it. It's not bad for first levels. And because you have very little hit points, I would recommend Mage Armor and Magic Missile.
All right, read them to me again. Oh, I know Magic Missile is Mage Armor.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I... you touch a willing creature who isn't wearing armor. Oh, that's different from what I thought it was.
And read it.
It wasn't what I thought it was. It's giving armor to another person. Magic Missile, range 120 feet. Oh, it's not even 1d6, it's d4. You create 3 glowing darts of magical force. Each dart hits the creature of your choice that you can see within range. Dart deals 1d4 damage plus 1.
But I get 3 of them.
Yes.
Oh, so that's not that bad.
And if you cast it in a higher level spell slot, it adds an extra dart. For every spell slot, you bump it up.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'll do Magic Missile then.
Ray of Sickness.
Ray of Sickness?
Yeah.
What are the names of the other ones, too?
You can also always change these. These aren't set in stone yet.
Yeah.
Ray of Sickness. Level 1 Necromancy. Ray of Sickness of a sickening green energy lashes out towards a creature within range. You make a range spell attack check. On hit, the target takes 2d8 poison damage and must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it is also poisoned until the end of the next turn. So 2d8 poison damage, and then if it doesn't make a Constitution check, it has to make another check at the end of the round. It might take another d8 of damage. Okay. That's Ray of Sickness, and it's Necromancy.
All right. This is a lot of necromancy shit.
You do have a lot of necromancy shit.
Am I just emo?
You could be. I don't give a shit.
Nah. Let's go something else. What else we got?
Thunderwave.
Thunderwave? Should I just literally be a Pokemon?
No.
Does it paralyze them? They nerf it down to 90% accuracy, but it didn't do anything because it's still really fucking good. And everything moves slower.
What about Tassia's Hideous Laughter?
What?
Tassia's Hideous Laughter?
Tassia's Hideous Laughter?
Yes, laughter. A creature of your choice within range finds everything Hilariously funny and falls into fits of laughter. If the spell affects it, the target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, becoming incapacitated, unable to stand for the duration of the spell, which is 1 minute.
This is exactly my spell. Gimme.
Tash.
Tash.
Apostrophe S. Hideous laughter.
And I just hope you know that this is going to be used on a few of my friends at some points.
All right, and that's pretty much it.
Oh, that's it?
Kind of, a lot of stuff involves a lot of other numbers that you said you didn't want to do, so I'll just do all the numbers.
Okay, so everything on this page is just like bullshit I make up, right?
Yeah.
So backstory, I'll write. Additional features and traits, I'll do all that on my own. So then equipment and stuff, should we write down?
We'll go over equipment. Don't tell nobody, but I'm planning on taking away your equipment before I start the adventure.
Oh.
You don't get to keep things.
Oh.
You gotta work.
Okay, cool.
You gotta work!
Alright, rad. Alright, so then I'll make a scan of this so I have it, and I'll give you this so you can copy over your own bullshit. And I'll just send you... I'll type out some stuff on here, and I'll type in my backstory and stuff, and then you can go over the numbers afterwards. Cool. All right, so I guess that is the end of our very first episode of the Quiet on Set Show. Good 2 hours of streaming.
Yeah, that was a real thing.
Yeah, shit. So we'll get the equipment set up. We don't have a schedule for when we're doing this, but I figured this is just a good way to do some live streams, and also, it'll be a bit easier on me since I have to work, so it'll be kind of an easier way. Now I don't have to edit it, I can just cut it real time. So cut back to Anthony being a bitch, cut back to me being awesome, back to Anthony, oh that's super lame, oh but look how awesome I am. We'll figure out a way to get Anthony's microphone a bit closer to him. When I edit it, I'll be able to bump up his mic, I think, unless I recorded this to mono, in which case I won't be able to. I don't think I did though. I think I recorded this in stereo.
Yeah, so you can hold on to this.
Oh rad, and I'll look through it. Today I might not be able to do a whole lot after this, but, So yeah, this is us. Say bye.
Good night, everyone.
Oh, you look at them.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.